Morning.
Good morning. As you can tell, it's freezing outside, which is why I've got this little leopard print number going on my head. But we're going to give you a great video today, aren't we, Russ?
Yeah, we're just heading to McCunnis driving range. Probably said that wrong. It's a Welsh word of saying it, but I don't know what it is. We are basically going to show you, or I'm going to talk you through how to get the most out of your winter range sessions. Because a lot of people will just go to the driving range in the winter.
And just hit balls for fun.
Yeah, because they won't want to play on the golf course. It's a bit wet. People will just go and get a bucket. Oh, there's a train. Go and get a bucket of balls and just hit and hit and hit and hit. Walk away from the range and go. Solid range session there, but you learn absolutely nothing and you just hit for the sake of it. So just going to go through a few little tips with you whilst we're at the range as to how to get the most out of your range session. Yeah, so we're on our way there now and we'll see you there. Okay, we've made it to the range. Once again, I'm the bag carrier for the pair of us.
Well, I'm carrying the camera, to be fair.
Oh yeah, true. I'll let you off. Right, we've made it to McCunnis range, or golf centre as it says. We're off to go and get the basket of balls.
And this is actually a very good range, isn't it?
Fantastic range. Has a little cheeky TrackMan system in it, which is very, very helpful. If you are lucky enough to have a driving range with a TrackMan system, get in there and use it because it's beneficial. But a lot of ranges also have the top tracer stuff, and that's quite good too. But if they don't have that, that's fine as well. We have our basket and we have our voucher ready for the balls. I've gone for 70 balls today because that is probably going to be enough for me. I'm not really a massive hitter of loads of balls, nor do I think anyone should be. 70 balls is going to be plenty if you make sure that you are getting the most productive range session that you possibly can. You can come here and hit 100 balls and can totally waste your time if you just hit one after another, after another, after another. So this video is going to show you a productive range session with 70 balls maximum. You might only use half, who knows? We have made it into the bay.
This is going to be really good for me.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
I'm the type of person that comes to the range. I either play, I'll show you what I play.
Play games. This is the other good thing about the TrackMan system, though. They do have games.
Well, I play the courses now and again, which I do like.
Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
Lofferton's on there.
This is what I play.
Bullseye.
Oh, it's not there. Oh, Magic Pond.
Magic Pond, of course you do. Right, so Beth plays Magic Pond. Anyway, we are a couple of golfers. We have made it into the bay.
And we're going to play Magic Pond.
We're going to play some Magic Pond for you today.
We're not actually.
No, right, we've got into the bay.
What's step one?
It's very, very cold. So step one, obviously getting all your stuff sorted out. We're going to warm up. So don't worry about who's around you. Do some dynamic stretches for like a couple of minutes. I would get a club out to maybe help you with this. When I'm also practicing in a range or just before a tournament, I'll actually get a couple of clubs out.
Really?
Yeah, maybe not a hybrid. So I would always get a couple of wedges out. Just do the normal, like, get the body work in, straight down. I can't touch my toes, I'm not that flexible. But you just go straight down, straight up, get that body work in. Funny enough, we were doing this yesterday in the gym, but with a lot heavier weights. And then we'll just do a couple of turns.
This is a problem, though. I feel like people think they look like idiots.
Yeah, but that's okay, because everyone should warm up, really. Because I'll tell you what's even more looking like an idiot is when you're hitting it crap. So spend a couple of minutes just warming your body up.
Yeah, true.
While I warm up on the range, the reason I have 2 golf clubs is I actually just
Wait.
I do short swings with the 2 golf clubs. It just creates a bit of extra weight. And then also when you get into hitting your shots, it feels a lot easier when you're only swinging with 1 golf club. So you'll be surprised how much this warms your body up. And yeah, we are almost ready to get into hitting. Right, make sure wherever I've put my glove, always a glove, unless you're a non-glove person, then it's not always a glove. Now, a lot of my range sessions or practice sessions start off with one of the best things that I've ever seen a player do, which is Justin Thomas. I can't remember what, it was definitely a major that I saw him and they were really focusing on his range session. At the start of every session, he'll hit 10 golf shots with a wedge that will be the most slow motion golf hits you could really ever do. And I just thought that was fantastic, and it really makes you think about the swing and makes you focus on the strike. Now, obviously on the grass it's a little bit different because you can focus a bit more on that strike where you've got the harder mats, but you can still do it. So I then put that into my practice, warm-up sessions, just because it really makes me focus on striking, kind of shows me where I'm going to be with my swing during the day. Yeah.
So this is step 2.
Step 2 after the warm-up. So this is
after you stretch. Or is this still part of the warm-up technically? Technically
part of your warm-up. This is a part of the warm-up now with hitting golf shots.
Okay.
And then
so
moving into step 1.5. Step 1.5. Right, anyway, we'll call this step 1.5.
Where can I stand?
We'll call this the JT 1.5 step.
Can I stand by this bag here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So it's pretty much going to be how you swing the golf club. It's just going to be...
So what are you focusing on here?
Just strike. So I'm focusing on slow motion swing, trying to get in all the positions that I would normally do.
So some slow motion wedge shots.
Slow motion wedge shots, making sure everything is in position. And it's just that half swing, slow motion wedge shots. Doesn't matter about where the ball goes. Obviously, ideally, you're trying to focus on that strike.
And how many of these would you say you'd hit? And with what kind of wedge? Just
well, I've got a 54-degree wedge here, and I'd probably hit 5 to 10 of these.
With just a 54?
Yeah, like if I hit 5 good ones, I'll probably stop, because that's telling me my swing's in a good position and my ball striking is on. So like we've hit 2 there, they've gone exactly the same.
Yeah.
Ball strike feels fine. Another thing, little tip inside the tips, when you go to a driving range, your driving range golf balls might not be what you would want them to be, but forget about it, because the ball actually doesn't make any difference to what you need to do during a range session. Okay, it's nice to see the ball fly straight and not be soft or hard or fly different ways because of what the ball's like if it's got a chip out of it. But the most productive range sessions when you walk away from it is knowing that you're swinging it better. Not so much that you're hitting the ball and the ball flight is flying where you want it to. It's more that you want to feel like you're in the right positions, feel like your ball striking's nice, and then when you go back out on the golf course, that's the most important thing, because you're going to be using the proper golf balls to what you use, not range balls, because they're going to vary.
Like, do you think, like, I'd say a lot of people go there and like try and hit their further, hit yards
I mean, look,
further,
at the end of the day, we've come to this driving range. We've got the Srixon balls that are so soft. We've got a Mizuno ball that is going to be pretty firm, and we've got TaylorMade balls that are probably the best ones out of the lot. But all 3 of them are totally different. Some have dimples. I mean, look at this. This looks like an egg. So when you're hitting that, you're just going to get the funkiest ball flight ever, and you're going to think, oh, do you know what? That was such a waste of a shot. But if you just focus on the golf swing and not where the ball's gone, you're going to get a lot more out of trying to just hit it there or hit it there. I mean, you can definitely like try and aim at targets, but I would suggest in a later tip that I'm going to talk about, if you're going to do that, spot the golf balls that you think are going to be the best for you and put them to one side for when those games and targets and like more productive practice comes in later on in the session. Right, if you are lucky enough to have a TrackMan system on your range, and a lot more ranges are getting TrackMan systems just because they'll definitely attract more people, they make it fun. But with a TrackMan system, you've actually got a convert button here. So what I was just talking about with the golf ball, if you are not happy with the way it's flying because there's not many dimples on it, hit that convert button, and that is like you are playing with a proper golf ball, Pro V1, whatever. If you're lucky enough to have a TrackMan system yourself, the normalize button is basically just going to be perfect conditions. Golf ball's absolutely spot on. I use a Pro V1 out there, so it will pretty much be that Pro V1. Instead of hitting these and thinking they're going all sorts of places and then seeing it and you'll be like, why has that gone straight? It didn't look straight. But it's because you've converted the ball to, if it was a perfect golf ball. Anyway, we'll leave it on that practice. Because these systems are always good to kind of help you understand, once you've hit a golf shot, what's happened to it, did it feel like that? You can always compare it if you are lucky enough to have a system like this. If not, definitely this productive practice session will make you think about more feel out on the golf course or on your range session or in your golf game.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just going
left to hit,
to finish with the slow-mo wedges. Body's still warm. And you can gradually start getting further, but that one's gone a bit further now. Kind of lengthen the swing a bit. But yeah, not much change in the starting warm-up for me. So far they're all going in a similar position, which is good. All straight, strikes feel good. Very cold. Right, 5 done. So that's session 1.5, the JT session done, ticked. Now we will move on to more of the practice behind, productive practice during the winter or the whole year really.
So after you've obviously warmed up, I assume you move straight into the middle section of it? Do you get right in, or what do you do?
Do
you work through the bag?
I think I would keep, so my range sessions vary. When I was playing a lot more tournaments, my through the year range sessions, if I would have some time off, would be varied to one, focusing a lot on my last game.
Yeah.
So last tournament would be, I would assess that, I'd be like, okay, where did I struggle a bit out there? Where do I need to improve? What's going wrong? And sometimes it wouldn't be so much the hitting, it would be more short game. So if that was the case, you wouldn't find me on here, you'd find me over there, practicing a lot more of that. But if I was struggling a lot with iron play, driving, you can never be perfect at this sort of stuff. So it's always practice, making sure that you're ready for the next game, event, tournament, medal, club comp, whatever you want to call it, whatever's you've got coming up. You just want to feel like going onto the golf course that you've done the work behind it and you're ready to play. So we'll pretend that I've got like a medal round coming up, because in the winter I'm definitely not going to play because it's too cold. But let's just say I've got a medal round coming up. Every shot's going to count. So I'm going to do a range session. It's going to be a bit more full on with every club I'm going to be using in the bag. So we'll stick with the wedges. I wouldn't so much hit a lob wedge at the range, just because it's not something that I would want to hit off a mat high up in the air. I like to flight my wedges, so for me it would be more moving away from the more lofted wedges to like the 50 or the pitching wedge, setting myself some targets. So let's use this range session as a target session. As you can see, we've got the TrackMan system there. We are lucky to use that, so I can figure out the distances. Or a lot of golfers will have a Bushnell. So if you've got a Bushnell, zap the flags you want to go to, work out the distances, and then you can then work on trying to hit it close to those flags and challenge yourself. Don't give yourself 20 wedges at one flag. Give yourself 3 balls at one flag, or go to different flags, like do one shot to one shot to another, one shot to another, but leave it at 3 balls a wedge.
With different clubs?
Definitely. So 3 balls each wedge. To be honest, you could probably use 3 balls every club. That would be a full range session, but challenge yourself. Again, you can go into more of an advanced session where if you think you can fade it, draw it and hit it straight, give yourself 3 balls per club to do a shot with each, and then see where you're at. Write it down, make yourself some games. When you come back to the range, see if you can better that. Doesn't mean you have to come and hit 3 balls with every club in your bag. Maybe you turn up on a Tuesday and go, today I'm going to hit my even clubs. So you get 3 balls of each even club, same shots, try and hit it at the target you want to hit it at, compare your notes, and then see where you're at. That's much more of a productive practice than if you were to come here and just hit ball after ball after ball. I've hit 70 balls in 20 minutes and now I'm ready to go. Like, so far I've hit 5-6 balls in 20 minutes. I know we're talking through it, but again, it's like 5 balls, take a rest, do something else, take your mind off it. You can get caught up in range sessions on focusing on, oh, was that good? Was that good? hit a few, get the feeling, step away, figure it out, write some notes down, and then go again. We've got the pitching wedge out right now. I'm going to run through with you 3 balls with each club, starting from the pitching wedge. We're lucky enough to have the TrackMan system, so I'm going to choose my targets every time on this system to how far I think I'm able to hit it, and we're going to show you.
Yeah, I'm going to bring in this thing closer to see. You can pick. It's quite cool actually. You can pick.
Yeah, so if we go on target, they've actually got all of the targets that are on the range and their distances to that target. So pitching wedge, it's a bit cold. I'm going to go 128. Again, I'm not going to ever go full out on a driving range session, just because I don't particularly want to tire myself out, and I don't think that's the most productive way to do it, is just get to a range and hit it 120% all the time. Stick to hitting it 80%, focusing more on the swing and the strike and going at the targets. Well, it's pretty short of the target, but
it's nice though, Russ. Really good.
It was a good shot. Okay, so that was 110. I mean, I might have swung that 75%. So for me, it's straight down the line of the target. It's gone 118. 10 yards short, obviously. So that to me doesn't really get a good rating. However, I didn't convert the ball. Right, now the ball is converted, it will actually go the distance that I have hit it, instead of the range balls like I explained earlier, the cold weather, because realistically I'm going to want this session to move into how I'm going to be on the golf course, and how, if I've got a Pro V or a different golf ball that's got all its dimples or is softer that you might use, you're going to want it to reflect a bit more on what you would actually do out there. So 128, we're going to go at that target. I've got the pitching wedge, and hopefully we can land it right on there. Well, I pulled it a bit, but
good distance.
Should be quite a good number. Carry 125, 125, total 130, that's not bad. I would class that as a solid 8 out of 10. Right, let's do it again. 3 balls, each club. Wedge isn't going to move that much in the air, so we're just going to focus on the swing here, hitting straighter ball flights. And that is exactly the same as the other one, might be a tiny bit shorter. Didn't quite catch that. 120? 115, total 123.
Okay, different club.
Yeah, moving on. No.
If someone hit the shots you just hit, do you think they should be pretty satisfied?
Yeah, I think so. Like the
what
first
would you do
one,
if you were dissatisfied? Sorry.
You write it down.
Okay.
Just doesn't matter.
So not hit any more
Don't
balls.
hit any more.
Okay.
Like the best thing you can do is not cheat.
Okay.
Because you could, again, if you're setting yourself 3 balls per club, stick to that. Don't hit any more. If you're not happy with it, write it down. And then all of a sudden you come back to your range session another day, and then you hit 2 out of 3 that you're happy with. Then 3 out of 3, and then all of a sudden you've nailed it.
Okay.
There's no point in, you don't get a re-go out on the course.
Okay.
So always make sure, massive point to being productive practice, don't retake.
Yeah.
It's not like you can drop a ball and go, I'm going to just retake that.
Yeah.
Out on the golf course, because that's not what you can do. So make sure you're practicing like you would play.
So next club is?
Next club is 9-iron. We're going to pick now that ball out there. The second swing and the strike was much better. That went about 130, which is maybe 6 yards short of normal. So we're going to go for the 150 with 9-iron. It's going to be a bit of a push for this, but again, I'm not going to go full out, because really what I want to focus on is being straight down the target. Like, I'm not interested in landing it on 150 because I'm gaining nothing out of hitting it 120%. I just want to focus on the ball flight being straight, the strike and the swing. And then you might hit 3 shots. If they all go the same distance, that's absolutely perfect. Like, you're in a better position there than trying to belt it 150 to try and get to a target. So let's go. First ball at number 10. Again, we're going to go about 80% with a swing, focus on that the most. Well,
you nearly hit the 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what I'm saying. Carry 130, total 137. 9-iron for me is probably a 146 club, so with how cold it is, me swinging at 80%, that's pretty much bang on. So I'm just going to try and recreate that another 2 times and judge the numbers from there. Haven't quite caught that. That's going to be short. Didn't catch that one. Swinging it a little cold right now. Oh, really didn't catch that one. That wasn't a very good one. Don't be too harsh on yourself though, because the mats are also very solid in the winter, so it is quite hard to get that ball strike. That's better. Right, that's a little more like it. 134, 139, nearly a cardboard copy of the first one. I'm happy with that. 2 out of 3, pretty bang on. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure by now you get the gist of this video, so I'm not going to bore you by letting you watch me hit so many irons, moving through my bag, 3 with each, because, yeah, I mean, I would sit there and find that boring too, and it made me probably want to go to the range and hit them. So we're just going to move on to the 4-iron. I'm going to do 3 with the 4-iron, I'm going to move to the 3-wood, and then I'm going to do 3 with the driver, and then I might talk to you about some more tips after that.
Would you say the reason that you start lower with the low irons and not just go straight into the driver is because you kind of get your body a bit more warm?
Yeah, a little bit more warm. For me, that helps. There are a lot of people.
A lot of people say to do that though, no?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of people that I've actually played with that just step up and hit drivers.
Really?
Yeah, just.
Well, I guess that gets you warm.
Yeah, it gets you warm, but it doesn't. For me, that doesn't really help you with driver, because if your body's stiff, you're not going to be getting the best out of your driver. You're going to be hitting it all over the place. You're going to then be thinking you're hitting driver crap that day.
I guess starting with wedge and moving your way up as well would give you a nice little pattern of like knowing what's going on in your brain.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you don't walk into a gym without warming up.
Yeah.
Warm up is always the first thing. You don't. It's a weird way of saying it, but you don't pour water out of the kettle into a
I was wondering what you were going to say
teapot without pressing the button to warm it up, do you? So why wouldn't you warm your why wouldn't you warm your body up?
What kind of is that a real analogy? Or have you just made that up?
I've made that up in my head. How good am I?
Brilliant.
How good was that?
Right, let's see if it's a
Why did that even pop into my head?
What target you picked?
I'll tell you what though, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Toast doesn't make itself, you push it down.
Right, get your target up.
Right, 4-iron in hand. Brilliant. Right, targets. I have chosen the 199 target because there is absolutely no way I'm going to be able to beast 4-iron over 200 yards out here today, feeling as cold as I am. So yeah, 199. Again, it's going to be 80%. Now, 4-iron's going to be a little bit harder to hit off these mats because they're so firm. So you don't even have to go up that high if you don't want to. The biggest thing, the most productive thing you can think of on a range session is swing. So you want to walk away feeling that 1% better in your swing. And even if that means, if you're not comfortable hitting 4-iron off of the mat, put it on the tee and feel like you're hitting those tee shots to your target. Yeah, but we're going to start off the mat. Right, 4-iron to 199. That's going to be going left.
Very left.
Very left.
Does it show you the dispersion on that?
Yeah, it went left. I mean, from the pin, we are 40 yards away, which is absolutely terrible. But you know what? We're just going to be better next time. Carry 185, total 201. So we're getting there with the distance. Distance is 2 yards off. We just need to be 40 yards more on line. It's quite a pull, that one. Oh, it's consistent. Maybe we're
consistently
maybe we're
left.
set up that way. If that goes 201 though, I'm laughing. Well, Right, it's gone 206, so we'll certainly getting the distance out there, but I am pulling it a long way left. So let's focus on where that target is. We're going to go at the 13. And I've pretty much hit it in exactly the same spot again. That's a bit further right, that one.
Yeah, it's a bit better.
A little bit better. We're going to be a little closer, but another quick tip. If you are doing that, obviously I'm not going to hit any more with the 4-iron because I've hit my 3. Put a stick down. Like I don't have a stick on me, but that's not a problem either. If you don't have a stick and you want to work on your direction to your targets, you can always lay it down the ground. So let's just say I'm going at the 13. I will lay that down to where I want my feet aiming. So that will be just left of the target. So tipping a tip there. Don't ever aim your stick at your target, because if your feet's aiming at your target, your club's going to be aiming right of the target, unless you hit a draw where it's great. But always lay your stick or club down maybe 2 or 3 yards left of your target, because you're 2 yards away from your ball or a yard away from your ball. So the club's always going to be aiming at your target if your feet are just left of it. It makes sense, trust me. But yeah, tip there, when you get into your range session and you want to start working on direction, put that alignment stick down if you've got one. If you haven't got one, put a club down. So the 3 with the 4-iron there were probably a total of 4 out of 10. Like that was actually pants.
What, the 4-iron was pants?
Yeah, but do you know what? I'm going to come back to my next session
and know that
and
the
I
4-iron was
might hit
pants.
2 out of 3 that was better.
Yeah.
But the distance was exactly the same. Like I've hit 203, 203 and 206. So at least I've got the distance down. Direction was a little bit bad, but that's okay. You don't have to hit every single one bang on.
Let's go through it. Target.
Let's go through it. Out here, let's say we'll go at the 248. 248. So I know that that target is behind the 199. So we're going to continue at the 13 for the 3-wood.
I'm excited to see this.
So same target line, just 248, 3 shots with a 3-wood.
It happens to us all.
You have not seen that shot. I will talk to you about that shot.
Happens to the best of us.
It didn't even pick it up, it was so bad. I actually thin topped that.
It's because you haven't gone all the way through the bag.
It happens. It's because I skipped the bag for you. Right, it happens. I'm not gonna cry over it. I'm just gonna step up. I'm gonna forget about it, and I'm gonna hit shot number 2.
Find it better?
Much better, just left.
All going left today.
All going left today, but let's see. 20 yards from the pin, not bad. 248 was my target total. I've hit it 245. Okay, that's not that bad because that doesn't miss a fairway. So another way.
Is this camera in your way? Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, it's in my way. That's why I've been hitting bad shots. Right, another thing you can look at, productive practice. Always think after you've hit that shot, if I was aiming at that 248 target and I'm hitting 3-wood, most of the time I'm hitting it off the tee. So like tee shots or into par 5s. And I've hit it 20 yards left of target. So if we're saying that that pin is in the middle of the green and I've hit it 20 yards left of target, I've either not missed the fairway because the fairways are going to be 50, 40 yards wide. So we're in the left side of the fairway, or I've just missed the green on a par 5. So I'm going to be chipping. Always think about what that would have done out on the golf course. So if you've hit a shot into a par 5 that's on your golf course and you're like, right, let me visualize that shot from what I've just hit. If I was in the middle of the fairway, I'm going at that green, I've hit it left edge of the green, I've now got an eagle chip. positive mindset, thoughts help you go a long way, because next time you're on that golf hole, you can go, well, I stood on that range and I hit that golf shot, saw it, and I saw it end up there. That's going to give you a bit more of a visualization on the golf shot you're about to hit. Good little tip. Right, anyway, that was much better than the first top slice, whatever that was. So we're now one was good, one was not so good. Bloody awful, in fact. So now we're going to try and get bang on.
Okay.
It's going to be a little right of the target. I think I've mucked that target up. I think I should have gone at the 300 sign. Okay, right, I've hit a soft fade in there. Today is not my 3-wood day. I'm not swinging it well at all, which is fine. But total's 232. Again, with 30 yards right of the green, or target, so right of flag. Won't be far away. Might have just missed the fairway if I was aiming for the middle of the fairway. It's fine. We're 1 from 3. Next time I'll be trying to be 2 from 3 or 3 from 3 and see how I've improved. Right, moving on to the big dog.
Are we moving target line, or are you
Well,
staying
what we're
the same?
actually going to do is stay with the target line.
Okay.
Because we don't have
A further one.
a target any further. So we're going to stay with a 248. And I think the 248 is that green hut in the distance. So we're going to stick with that. And what we're actually going to do with this shot, we are going to use the club to align, because I've been a little bit slack with this today. And I don't want to do that. We're trying to teach you a productive practice, not a lazy one. So we're not going to be lazy on this. We're going to use that green box. Always visualise again that shot out on the golf course. We're a little bit too close for that. So if you're too close, always reset. So you can get yourself ready. You wouldn't just rush to hit a golf shot out on the course. So don't do it on the range. Right, club's in position. Feet are going to be square to that club, so now I know I'm aiming at my target. Let's go. You know what, I hit a little fade with the driver anyway. That's not missing any fairways. It's going to be past the target anyway, 261, 33, but that's going to be past it. I'm happy with that. Gets about a 6 out of 10. Right, let's keep going. I'm actually going to move that aim position a little bit further to the left, because I do hit a fade with the driver. So now that's just going to allow me to start the ball a little bit further left. Always think about that shot out on the golf course. What you normally do, that's the best way to practice.
Really good.
There's that fade.
Lovely.
Coming back onto the target. That's bang on. Right, 26 yards on, but that's fine because I've hit it 270. To be honest, that's as good as it gets for me there. So that one's bang on. It's exactly my shot shape out on the golf course. Set up exactly how I would out on the golf course. You wouldn't have the club there, but you would have a bit more to aim at with your feet. Right, third one. And it's gone dead straight.
Dead straight. It's not awful though.
Not awful. Might have just missed the fairway on the left. Good hit though. It's not gone very far, but it's quite low. Yeah, I think I'm going to say 1 out of 3 there I'm happy with. So there is my session through the bag that I'm hitting 3 shots with each club at the same target, working on the golf swing, being harsh on myself, not cheating, not hitting any more balls than I said I was going to do with each club. Okay, I've only hit 4 clubs or 5 clubs in the bag, but you kind of got the game. And challenge yourself, like be harsh on yourself if you want to do well. Like if you don't want to do well and you just want to come to the driving range and just hit for the sake of it, do that, but you won't improve. You might get a little bit better every now and again, but you will definitely improve a bit more.
Yeah, I like this one. I think I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think it'll be good to challenge yourself, because even you, like when you get going on the course, you just want to hit it on the green. But
Yeah.
why wouldn't you just want to try and aim at the left side of the green or the right side and
Yeah.
work it into flags?
I'm bad
or...
at choosing targets on the golf course. So I think this would actually really help me.
Yeah, I think so. And then if you want to be really harsh on yourself, do a little bit of a warm up and give yourself one ball.
Yeah.
And then be like, right, was that good or bad? Cross or tick? How many points did I get today? Okay, I only got 4 out of 14. Right, well, that's not good enough.
So after you've done that now, you've worked your way all the way through the bag, where would you go next? So you've done your warm-up, you've had your mains, what's your dessert?
I think dessert, I would go back to the wedges.
Okay.
I think I would focus a little bit more, definitely targets. Like I would always stick with targets. I would make it fun. Like the range sessions, again, massive point, has to be fun.
Yeah.
Because if it's not fun, it's boring.
Okay.
So you're going to switch off. So go at some targets, play some games, challenge yourself. I don't know, say to yourself.
Or like even if you're with a friend, maybe.
If you're with a friend, challenge each other.
Have a little chipping competition.
Yeah, or stingers, or do something random to change it up a bit and make your range session in the end
Enjoyable.
make you want to go back and get some more balls and do it again. But don't. When you finished your basket, or you don't finish your basket, finish.
Yeah.
Like, and then think about it, write it down. If you do want to improve, this is the best way, write stuff down. But yeah, I mean, there are plenty more range sessions that I will show you over the next strip of winter that definitely helped me progress to where I'm at through the year.
But this was a good one that you used to do.
This is a very good one. I probably used to do this, I mean, I would practice when I was going through like the ranks, I would be practicing all day. So this would just be like a morning session or an afternoon session, and then they would be a bit different, but making it as productive as you can to get something out of the range session that you're doing.
So if you
important.
say you did this exact session maybe once a week, you could have like a full-on written log of every single week, and you could see how you get on.
Yeah.
And like you said, break it down. So like so once you've nailed the 3 or whatever, you're happy with 3 shots with each, then you do 2, and then you do 1 shot with each or something, and just see how you get on.
And then really
That'll
challenge
probably
yourself.
really help you improve, wouldn't it?
I think so. It makes you, I tell you what it is, it's pressure practice.
Yeah, pressure practice, yeah.
Like range sessions, you have to add some pressure practice in there.
Yeah.
Just because when you're on the golf course, so many people, and you would have heard it, I'm so good on the range.
Yeah.
No, I'm so good on the range. Well,
I can't execute it on the golf course.
I mean, if you come to the range and you just hit ball after ball after ball, you're not aiming at anything, you're not challenging yourself, I'm class on the range.
Yeah, true.
When you get in that process or moment out on the golf course where you have to aim at that target and then you're like, oh no,
the
what am I
nerves
doing?
start taking over.
Got to hit it over there.
Yeah.
Like, of course you're gonna get in that pressure situation, and most of the time you're gonna crumble.
Smashed it.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah. Done? Any other last minute tips?
Yeah, last minute tips. Not last minute tips, but now it's time for your productive range session.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks very much for watching.
Thank you. I'm gonna just repeat everything Ross just said because I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. But please do it. Let me know how it goes. And also, we've got so many other sessions and making practice productive tips. So if you want any more of them, please comment. Let us know. Ask us questions. I'm always open to answer any questions. Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're a couple of golfers, and I think that's it.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.